Hey there, awesome volunteers. We are 3 days away from Summerfest. I cannot wait. I am so excited. We have been closed for preschool for almost a month and a half already. It filled up that fast. And we didn't even do any promo, which is wild. So we are this year building for Jesus. That's right. We are building our life on Jesus. So we have different lessons every single day for us to be able to build our life on Jesus. But the number one thing that I want you to remember is here in preschool ministry, we are safe, clean, and then we give these kids Jesus. And so number one, I want you to remember is carry a radio around with you all the time. If you're a rotation leader, make sure you have a radio. And then that teacher who stays inside the room can use your radio if they end up needing it, okay? So again, always carry a radio and make sure that you talk to me through this because literally I could be in any classroom at any time. So I promise to be wired up and I will be listening to that radio in case you need anything, all right? Number one safety rule. Number two safety rule is when you are checking out these kids, make sure that you are checking their stickers, okay? If they don't, there is no other ones. There's a lot of kids that might not even, I think we have like 30 some families that don't even attend church at all that are coming to Summerfest this year, which is so exciting. So there's people that we don't know. And so make sure you are always checking those security codes. If not, send them up front and they will have to, I will check their IDs just like normal on a normal Sunday. So make sure that you're checking those security codes. And if it takes a little bit of time for you guys to check those that is never a concern of mine, by the way. Take all the time that you need with every single family to let them know how their kid is and create relationships with every single one of these family members that happen to be picking up their kids. The other thing that I want you guys to do is clean. We have got to be clean. And so some things that you can do to help us out is at the end of the night, go through and use the number 2 cleaner. So that is the one with the actual bleach in it. If you go through and just spray all the toys, you don't have to dump them out or anything, just literally spray them down for us and then spray and wipe the tables and chairs as you leave too. That's a big help for me and Deanne so that we end up not being here super late doing those cleaning things. The other thing is if you're a rotation lead, just take all those things from that rotation that you use and put it back into the storage room. Unless there's something like the build it room where you're going to be using Legos again, like that's a lot of extra work we don't want to have to do. So just see, and if you are going to be using it the next day, leave it inside of your classroom. If not, just put it in the storage room so that we can pull out the next days. And if you do have time to pull out your next days and set it out inside of your classroom, that'd be super helpful as a rotation lead. And then if you are a color lead and you're not actually leading a rotation that you stay inside the room, if you could take that white bin that I talk about at the end of this video and put that up front, we will re-go through it and every single day and make sure that you have exactly what you need for the day. If you lost your Sharpie marker, we'll put a new one in there for you. I know it gets crazy with kids inside of your classroom. So again, don't worry about that at all. Also want to clarify that our color classrooms are not by pre-K and kindergarten. You could have pre-Kers, you could have kindergartners inside of your classroom. We just strictly went by color for that, okay? So it isn't really like you are gonna have all pre-Kers or all kindergartners. It could be a beautiful mix of all that inside of your classroom. Okay, clean. I also want to just say that's it. So we have safe, we have clean, and then give these kids Jesus. I am so excited about our curriculum that we have this year, talking about building our life on Jesus. Our first day, our Monday, is all about creation and how God did everything. He built everything. And the cool thing is he didn't use tools, did he? No, God just used his voice. And that's how powerful and how big our God is that we serve, which is so exciting for you to even remember as an adult how powerful God is. He is a great and mighty God that we get to serve and tell these kids about. It is so exciting. The second day is all about Noah's Ark, the rainbow, and that God is there to save us. God saves us at the end of the day. So when we get into trouble or things happen in life, God is there to save us. And then the third day is all about the golden calf and the 10 commandments. And so we are to worship God and God alone. He is worthy of all of our worship. The fourth day is talking about Jesus and how he died on the cross for us, that we need Jesus to come and die for us on the cross. And then the fifth day is building our house on the rock, that we don't want to build our house on any shaky foundation. We want to build our life on Jesus. He is the rock and the foundation that we want to build our life on. And so that is what we have. We have 8 rotations that are going to be emphasizing that story in every single one of them. And so the kinetic sand is not just them playing with kinetic sand. There's something that goes along with the story, which every single one of the days. And so in that worship time at the beginning of our schedule, that everybody's going to turn on their TVs at 6:15, watch a worship video, and in that is introing the story. So if you don't do story time first, I still want the kids to understand what the story is about so that they can continue that repetition and repetition, which we know preschoolers and kindergartners need so much of, to remember these stories. That's what we want. We want them to go home and be able to really remember these stories. That's planting those seeds inside of their lives that will one day grow into an amazing faith. And we have watched that at Hope here. It is amazing to watch these kids where the seeds were planted in pre-K and kindergarten, which is the work you guys are doing this week. And we are seeing them being baptized and having this amazing faith as they get older because of the work that you are putting in as volunteers this weekend. I cannot thank you enough. But there's two other questions that I'm sure you need some answers to. And that is, when do I need to show up? All right, 5 o'clock. If you want supper, please show up at 5 o'clock, and it's going to be upstairs in the second level of the preschool building, okay? Then at 5:30, we are meeting for prayer. So if you're not coming for supper, please show up for prayer beforehand. We're going to be in the preschool lobby praying over these kids, praying over these families, praying over situations, and then doing wins. What did you see the day before? And so be looking even on Monday what you can maybe talk about on Tuesday during that prayer time that we have, and praise God and thank Him for that, or even something that, hey, maybe we need to fix. Like, let us know those type of things too. Or if you go home on Monday night and you're like, oh, Chris, if we just fix this, please text me, okay? So 5 o'clock is supper, 5:30 is prayer time, and 5:45, be ready in your room, ready to go with everything that you need. And if you have any questions, again, me and Deanne are gonna be floating around. I'm gonna get here at 4:30, so I'll be ready to help you with all of the questions that you have. And then the next question that you have is, what do I need to wear, Carissa? I'm gonna be dressed up like a construction worker, and so is Deanne, but we're also giving you guys t-shirts. They aren't special Summerfest t-shirts, they're just an extra t-shirt, our teal t-shirts that we normally wear on Sundays. You can pick yours up on Sunday if you'd like to, or you can pick it up on Monday that day. But it's a gift to me that you have another preschool t-shirt. So if you want to wear that all week long, wear that all week long. If you want to dress up like a construction worker, go for it. Let's have fun this week. And then the other thing that I have for you too is, if you want a paper copy, I am a paper copy girl. You can come and pick up a paper copy of everything that we're doing on Sunday from me right in the preschool lobby at check-in. There's a stack of them. You don't even have to find me. If you're a part of preschool and a part of what we're doing here this week, just go ahead, go and grab it, and you'll have a paper copy of everything that we're doing. Again, I can't thank you enough for taking your time to volunteer with us and spend time with us and these kids and these families. Preschool ministry is not easy or for the faint of heart, so give yourself a pat on the back. But it is so rewarding when these kids understand the memory verse, when they are saying it, when they are telling their parents about these stories, when we get to see their faith and what God does with the little that we get to do this week. It honestly is so rewarding. So again, thank you so much, and don't hesitate to ask me any questions, text me anything you have going on. Let's have a great week.